All right, what's up, guys? Evan Aldo here. So this is going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink analysis. I want to give you kind of, the two main scenarios I think are going to happen. Either we're going to do something like this, have a nice recovery pretty soon, which is possible with the VWAP, trying to come back up here. Could have something like that. It's possible, or more of a repeat of something over here. So kind of this general area. Then you come more, probably not until July, probably a little bit sooner, probably, next month, February, March, somewhere like that, in between there. Then you finally come up, maybe you print that green dot. Yeah, January 31st, that's when you could print that green dot, one of these areas. So stay, kind of sideways towards there. We haven't seen, well, we did have a lot of sideways at 45. That was increasingly boring. Now I think we're going to bounce around more between 40 and 50 range. If we do keep that scenario, instead of over here it was 30 to 40 range mainly. I think it may be 40 to 50 range. In terms of going down more, people are talking about head and shoulders type thing. I almost see it kind of as a reverse head and shoulders a little bit. I don't really see the head. I see more of the, well, people would say the head and shoulders here, head, shoulder, and this, if you can make the argument that's a shoulder. I don't know. I see this as more of a reverse head and shoulders to be a big pattern. If that breaks out, it could take a while to break out. Then that sends you up to, I mean, it's a longer traditional TA type thing, but 100K or more. And that would make sense towards the end of this bull run. So that's that. Going down towards the analysis, look at the 3 day. This has been bad increasingly, but I just don't see it being kind of the exact end of the bull run. I mean, it's not uncommon for us now to, history, it wouldn't be completely unpredictable to enter another, mini bear market here, then come back forward like we did over here. And it doesn't really feel like a blow off top yet, because this is, 65 to 69K. That's not a lot, not a real lot. It's only a couple percentage points, really. I mean, how much? Let's just see from this top to that top 6%. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense to me. I would see more as, it would be more of a top. It would make more sense if we did something like that, then came back down. So I still think we have more time in the bull run. Lengthened cycle theory, that's what I've been saying for a long time. That would make sense. Another thing too is the way you would probably draw it out. Most likely, something like this. We stay, bearish for another, couple weeks, another month or two. Then you finally come back up. It would probably be more of a consolidation, bounce around 40 to 50, and then you break up. Would definitely be in the cards. Your daily, I mean, you're way into the red here, which is interesting. So this is very, very oversold for the most part. It still could, this is more of the case where you just curve back up, you get your green dot, which will happen, nice divergence, then you come up quite a bit for it. However, we could just come up to 50K, then come back down, bounce around these areas. That would make sense for a little bit. One of the strategies I kind of follow for long term is I buy a lot, DCA in a lot when we're in the red. I did it back here, worked really well, and I don't see a reason why it wouldn't work too well here. And then when it's in the green, I still buy, a little bit here and there, especially on the dips, but I tend to just hold my stack. So yeah, on your 12 hour, I mean, you have the VWAP curving down, bet to get a red dot relatively soon. You're deep in the red, so it wouldn't be surprise me too much if we go down farther. We had a nice bump off of around 40K, which there's very high probability you're gonna hit off of that level since it's such a psychological area, 40K. And then going up some more, I mean, going down some more in the lower time frames. You're about to get a nice divergence in the 6 hour. It didn't happen just yet, but that could bring us up to 42 this point, which is one of the places I'm looking to try to go short here. Would be around this linear spiral line of about 42.7, 42.6. If we come up to there, and then you're getting your nice decent divergence in the 4 hour right now. We'll see how much this could bring us up. Probably you may have some trouble at your 0.65 fib and your spiral line right there. So we'll see what happens. Onto our 2 hour, onto some of these lower time frames. I mean, you're in the red. It didn't really break out well. If when you came to the green here, it could just repeat that general area. You come up something like here, then you come back down. So that's that. So here's the lower time frames. I mean, one of these green places will break, at some points, but these generally have not. Maybe the next one could break up and keep us up quite a bit, but I'm just not seeing enough reasoning right now. Same deal with the 15-minute. Just nothing bullish has really been playing out lately. Just nothing bullish has been playing out. You do have your 4 yellow X's on the 4-hour. You look for seller exhaustion. You look for a place to try to go along at this point. But I'm looking more for kind of in terms of going along a retest of this spider line around 40K. So it's kind of what I'm looking for. And I give some of my trades out in my exclusive Discord if you're interested in that with stop losses, entry points, take profits. Link in the description below. So that's Bitcoin. I mean, it's definitely not the most fun market as just keep going down, but definitely a good buy opportunity. Not financial advice, but in my opinion, good buy opportunity for the long term. And then I'm just currently waiting right now for some opportunities to enter trades. So Ethereum right now almost got a nice bounce off earlier from this 0.618 fib level, big fib level, 2900 about, just about made it there. Maybe we retest that. That's a good possible scalp entry. It looks pretty similar to Bitcoin right now, even on the daily, right into the red again. Same type of deal. Coming up, you may get that green dot. No divergence though, so we'll see what happens. I mean, we're due for Bitcoin to outperform Ethereum in a quarter. It's been a while, so maybe we stay bearish, kind of until the end of the quarter, until the end of March, and then we recover, maybe mid to end of March, and we recover. So it would be kind of boring, but I don't think we'll go down, a crazy amount, below like, I don't think we're going to go down much below, I don't know, much below. I'd be surprised if this isn't going to be a good point. Maybe we'll just bounce around, here to here for a decent amount. I don't really see us going down to 2,300. Probably not. It could happen. Anything could happen, but that's not really what I'm seeing. Red dot in the 8-hour, so just not looking, not looking totally the best. VO coming up in the 4-hour, so there is some hope there, about to print a nice divergence. And then your 2 hours, some decent curvature, so decent look at things. Especially at this point, I would be looking at for a potential short for Ethereum. And your 30-minute, just every time, just like Bitcoin, into the green, just not playing out well. Just not playing out well. 15-minute, curving upward. Maybe the next time you get into the green, maybe be a nice long entry, but these, wow, this just not as, one of them will work. One of these money flow crossovers into the green will eventually work for a long, but just hasn't been playing out recently. But we're due to have one finally work, so I am looking at that relatively closely. Now let's look at Link. Let's look at Link here, because this is typically does better in bearish times, and that's it's been doing well. It's been holding up very well recently. That's been one of my best longs in the exclusive Discord lately. Hit 2 take profits, I believe. Been a really good trade. It's finally starting to shine. Just looks, if you look at it, you really zoom out, and this looks just incredible on our. This almost looks like nothing. The mini bear market here in the summer. But if you just look at our 2 week, this looks just nice. So your VIP's coming up. You're about to print a nice green dot, little trigger wave close to the 0 line. I like that. Your weekly confirmed a green dot, so that looks good. And then some of these higher time frames, your daily's coming down with the VWAP. You are in the red, so it's not the best look, but there's no divergence about to happen, so not the worst thing. And then your you do have a little divergence here, so we're coming down here, maybe a retest of this this level, and we hold that as support. But on your lower time frames, your 4-hour VO coming up, it looks like we could continue this bullish cycle a little bit and make it up to. So next place, I'm looking to take profits around 30 bucks. I would not underestimate Link here. In terms of, I always used to think it was a fluke how people said it did better in bearish times, because in the mini bear market over the summer it didn't. But maybe there is something to that. Maybe there is something, a nice little trigger wave on the 2-hour, come back up, maybe something like this. And then what's that percentage from here to here if we kind of repeat this, this general increase, 25%, maybe we get another 25% out of this. That would bring us up to 33, 34. Maybe people think we're going to come up to this point, we almost make it, then come back down. It is possible. So that's what I'm looking at right now, guys. All right, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out my trading course below, 10% off right now. I think it's going to help you guys out a lot. It shows how I do my TA and everything, plan my trades, all that type of stuff. If you want to check out my exclusive Discord, link in the description below through Patreon. If you want to create a new BITGET account, want to create a new MEXC account, links in description below. Everything below are things that I've used and benefited from. Never going to link you to anything that I haven't personally used. All right, guys, have a good one. Goodbye.